The legend and is Mr. Will Maden.
Kyle Walker drags me on stage and it's in front of 10,000 people and he's got a bottle of Grey Goose and he just grabs my head like that and he just starts pouring it in. People think I'm like OCD, but I'm not. I'm just really care. I think these are like the 1% details which actually really build up. It puts you ahead of people. Constant like strive for making it better is how you keep moving forward, and that's like for me, I've always said as soon as I see it as a job, I'll quit.
Hey, be sure you stick around because we're only getting warmed up.
Hey guys, just interrupting this podcast. We have launched our weekly newsletter called Wedding Weekly Intel, and it's all about the business of weddings, pinged into your inbox every week.
Bonus insights into every episode, key takeaways and summaries from previous guests, sneak peeks into the next upcoming guests, as well as loads of other like industry trends, things that are happening in the world of wedding business. Obviously, our perspectives on all of these things, tips, advice. Hopefully loads of wedding nuggets are going to help you in your business and give you something to think about for the week coming. And it's totally free.
All right, go and sign up. It's in our bio, in our Instagram, and it's in our bio, in our Instagram.
It's going to be in the description for the podcast, and it's also in our Instagram, or messages for the link. We'd love to have you sign up. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Go get it. On with the episode.
Yeah.
Good morning, after evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Think Wedding Business with me, Howard Wing, and him, Adam Wing. And today we have got a very special guest, probably one of the coolest DJs I think we've ever come across in our years in the wedding industry. We have the legend and is Mr. Will Maden. Here he is, everybody.
That's a hell of an intro, by the way, boys.
I'll give you
very, very cool.
I was just going to be like, maybe I've met someone cool, but no, I will let you have it.
We'll take that. Thank you very, very much. That's a big compliment coming from you, boys.
Long time coming, fellow local lad.
That's no disrespect to my other DJ friends who are also very cool.
Sorry, Murph. Are we all?
Mr. Murphy. Well, mate, thanks for being here. Thanks for being on the pod. As you know, this is a podcast all about helping people in the wedding business. Yeah. How to elevate the business, loads of tips and tricks, and kind of give them help along the way to boost their wedding business. Is probably as good as yours, but whether that's the thing or not, I don't know.
Well, this is just a part of what you do, because you do a lot of commercial work as well, which we'll get into. But
yes.
We try and pull it back to weddings.
It's weddings is probably, I don't know, maybe 60-70% of what I do.
That's good.
So it's
I thought it was probably a bit of a tipping towards corporate stuff.
Yeah, but for me personally, not the company, but me as an artist, sole trader, that is probably
weddings.
Yeah. Wedding or like private work massively.
Nice. Right, so we'll start at the start.
Go on, here we go.
Getting started. The classic question.
How did you get into weddings?
Well, it's how has he got to where he is now? If you look at him now, super high end, really great clients, loads of following on social media.
Yeah,
and it all seemed to happen really, really fast.
We should do it because this is good to clip for socials. Like, he's super international, loads of destination work. Clients like Manchester City and Soccer Aid and all the other stuff that I've seen you do. Incredible. But it all started somewhere.
Yeah, how do you get to that point from where you've come from? So give us some history. Will Maden history, please.
I won't take you all the way back and be like, I was influenced by my parents.
I've always loved
music. Don't get. Can I swear on this, man?
Of course you can.
Yeah. I do tend to slip out a swear word every day. So sorry, mother. But
she's going to be listening.
She will. My mum listens.
Hey, Mrs. Will Maden.
Listen.
yes. My mother's listening. I suppose obviously it was just like that thing of DJing when I was at high school, and then I went to uni, did music production, and then got approached. I was just doing gigs in and around Manchester, like uni nights and student nights and stuff like that. It was super cool. And then off the back of that, got introduced to, I got approached by two people, Daniel Smith and Tom Lormer.
Yeah.
When they'd first started a company called 615, and that was, the company wasn't actually called 615 at the time, it was called something else. And it was like UMM, I think it was.
Okay.
I have to message Tom, and but that was just them two. And then they were looking at expanding. And obviously I'm like a local boy, so I used to do some gigs in like Lytham at Portofino back in the day on Friday, Saturday. That was super, super cool. That was like 13 years ago now.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. They're always had their eye out for really, like good talent as well.
And I think they also saw something like in me, because at the time I was like, I just play house music and this is all I do, and I'm a cool house DJ. And then it was very much like, right, you're a great house DJ, and we can see this other things, but how do we like grow you into this open format, like whole sort of put you in any situation DJ and be comfortable, which is where I'm at now. Like I'm happily, I can say you could throw me into an 80th, you could put me on a Premier League footballer's house party, or I can do a party for my mum or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I can do a hen, but whatever it is, I'd feel very comfortable, unless it's like hip hop, which I don't really like, other than the old stuff. Like the new stuff I don't really listen to.
Yeah.
So that's when, like, I've had some clients recently being like, oh, we really love like new hip hop and stuff, and I'll just recommend someone else, because I'm like, I'm probably not the fit.
You're staying true to what you believe is your vibe, And
then so then we just grew, and then obviously the whole story was 615. Like we grew it massively, all collectively. And then we did like the Tatton Wedding Fair, which was just mental. And then
I remember that. Was it when you had the little cars all driving there?
Yeah.
Well, that was on the podcast with Dax. Was that one wedding fair that got years worth of work?
Yeah, that was
and blew it up.
Yeah.
That was.
But just because I like this is akin to most people's stories, and certainly DJs. If I'd have asked young Will Maden, what about doing weddings? What would you have thought back then?
He'd have been like, you're chatting shit, mate, you're a house DJ. No, stay true to it, stay true to the scene. And I tried to do it, and obviously like a lot of, when you first start out, you're like, oh, I'm going to make music and people are going to book me for listening to my music, and it's
it's bullshit.
It's a load of shit, mate. Like maybe 0.5% do it, but like your lifespan might be a year or two. You might have one big hit, and then it's just pressure to get another big hit, and I'm like, I'm all right for that. Obviously, but it just never worked out for me. So obviously, then it was just like a lot of clubs, and then I used to play Neighbourhood in Manchester 4 or 5 times a week, and that was a venue that really like I earned and became, or the start of what I am now. Because that was very much, you had a hen party in then, and then you had the footballers in, and then you had like just people going out, and it was very much every couple of songs you were having to move genres and like lean a little bit more, and you'd be doing like 8-hour sets where you would go from 60s, 70s to current to back to there to 80s sing-along to 90s to house to R&B. And it's like, I've not played a genre today. You walk away from that set knackered. But that was and it was the director at the time, Ashley Williams, who just like we still speak now. I have to thank him a lot, because he was very much like part of the nurturing, whereas I can see something, you're really, really good DJ, but like, would you need to do that a little bit quicker or that? And I was like, that was 11 years ago now, 12 years ago. And I think at the time, Neighbourhood Manchester was like the place to be. And that was, like I say, where all the footballers went. And that's where, so you got exposed to these sort of people, and it was like, oh, that DJ from Neighbourhood. Oh, you used to play Neighbourhood. I still get people. I used to be at Neighbourhood back in the day. Because on a Sunday, it was very much like the industry night, but also like the footballers would come out if they played. So I'll have people come to me now and like, oh, you used to do the brunch on a Sunday, didn't you, at Neighbourhood back in the day? I'd be like, yeah.
It's finding your ideal client, isn't it, really? They're right in front of you in that venue.
Yeah, because it's a premium venue. You're going to get like high-end clients going in there. You're cutting your teeth learning the mix of, I mean, don't know much about music. I'm assuming you're learning a lot on that side. And then you're also, your reputation's growing.
I think that's the business advice, isn't it? It's like, put yourself in those positions where you're going to attract your ideal client. And you're in the perfect spot. Was that just you? Was that we still with 615?
That was still with 615. Like I say, I left July this year. It's 3 years since I left. And I think that's been the biggest sort of rocket since. It's just there's so many factors that we spoke about off camera where it's like, but I feel like when I left, that was like the true reins had been let off, and I could then, instead of somebody guiding my vision and how I want to be, I can then do everything myself. Right, I want to do more of these parties. Okay, right. Instead of going to somebody and asking permission, I'd be like, well, I'll just go do it because I know my own. And
you've always seemed like a solo artist, because the brand that you've got, it's very niche, but it's very solo, and you can tell you've got that mentality where you'd want to go and fly and do things yourself. So when you left 615, then what's happened since then, because your following has grown massively.
Yeah,
your brand has grown, and like Adam said before, great gigs all around the world.
Yeah. I think like when I left, things just started to. I'm not trying to sound like Buddhist or hippie or anything, but it's like everything just seemed to really line up when I left.
The universe,
the universe. So, but like so as I was leaving, I got approached to do the treble party for City, and I was like, wow.
For who? Sorry,
for City. So when
for City, Manchester City,
when they won the treble,
the bus parade,
parade, but so I think it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and on the weekend I was in Ibiza playing for a friend's wedding. So Mark and Jamie, they're both DJs, both lovely people. But Jamie plays a lot for City, like when you walk up, like when the players arrive, she's DJing she's super, super sound, lovely girl. But she rang me saying, can you do this gig for me? And I was like, yeah, of course I can. It's a Tuesday, what is it? Oh, I'll get somebody to ring you. And someone just said, oh, like, are you free to play tonight? It's Mayfield Depot. So I'm thinking, that's a 10,000 person capacity venue. I was like, yeah, cool. And then they're like, what's your fee? So I was just like, I told them what it was. And they're like, yeah, cool, fine, whatever, that's fine. And I was like, you're paying that on a Tuesday. Like, you're either really in the shit or
did you go,
it's somebody.
Shit, I should have put an extra zero on that.
Yes, I did actually. I was thinking, fuck, I really undersold myself. Like, it was still an incredible, it's still a great fee now. But then, so I turn up and I'm thinking, the parade's just finished there. And I was like, shit, is this the parade after party? So then it was. So then next thing you know, luckily, Chum, obviously we all know, James Cholmondeley, who's a great, great friend. I rang him after I got off the phone call when I'd been sent the brief through. And I was like, whatever you're doing tonight, you're getting to Manchester and you're filming a gig for me. Because he's the DJ that was headlining it was Oliver Heldens, who I know he loves. And I was like, you can name your fee. I'm not asked. It'll cost if it costs me money to get this film so I can put it out, I'll do it. It's fine. And obviously off the back of that video going out, that went a bit stupid, and I think that was obviously when I was leaving.
So that was a brilliant investment, wasn't it? Getting James in, whatever it costs, I need this filming. This is going to be a springboard.
Yeah. And we had to, when Chum sent me the video, I think it was a couple of days after the event, I then had to get that signed off by about 10 people. The person who'd booked me, then there was like 4 or 5 people at City, then there was the player liaison at City, then it was a Mayfield Depot.
So you could use it.
Just like, there's so many emails back and forth, and I thought I just need to get this video out whilst it's in people's minds and everything like that. Because we posted like a picture. There was a picture with me with like the Champions League, Premier League, and FA Cup.
I remember.
Yeah. And I was like, this video needs to go out now. Like everyone's waiting for it.
Yeah, and this is like topical nationally because it's Man City, so everyone was watching videos online of the tour bus, and so you need to be in that wave, don't you?
And it was just like when that video went out, it was just like shit.
That was your springboard moment. Was it?
But you've done some good things there. Sorry, you've obviously you recognise that it was a good gig.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a good. So you've gone and sought out video to cover it and promo. Like say, no matter the cost, because it's gonna trusting that that's going to come back. James has done a great thing in just going, I'm free.
Yeah.
I'll get it turned around ASAP because it benefits both of you. And
also, I know sorry to interrupt, but I know he knows exactly. I didn't have to tell him a single thing.
Oh yeah,
Schuman's film. Like we've been friends for 10 years. Like it was my recommendation that brought him into 615 when he was just a graphic designer, and then obviously he's done incredibly well for himself. But I knew for a fact on that gig I didn't need to say a single thing. It wasn't like, oh, get this moment here.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a moment in the video where Kyle Walker drags me on stage, and it's in front of 10,000 people, and he's got a bottle of Grey Goose. And he just grabs my head like that, and he just starts pouring it in. And I come off, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And Sean was like, "I've just captured everything." Like that. And I was like,
"Yes."
It's like Grealish, Haaland, and I'm just like that shot there is like
gold dust.
That's the gold.
You've
shot.
just become the DJ for the Premier League footballers of the UK, haven't you? Really, with that one moment.
It was a lovely, lovely moment, and obviously that the amount of things that have. I think I've still got it pinned to my profile, but when people go on my Instagram, that's one of the first things they see. So it's sort of like, you know, it just
Gotta use it.
but
Yeah.
it puts you at a certain level without sounding like a dick. Like, I'm not just a standard wedding DJ. Like, if you come on like, all right, he deals with these sort of people and this sort of client, and it's not your sort of average DJ vibe.
Yeah, similar experience when I was kicking off, chatting to like a bit of a mentor for me years ago.
I thought he was going to mention John
in-
Barnes' son.
Indirect. I'm not going to mention John Barnes. I know I've worked with him twice now. And I remember him saying once, wherever you are, if there's any celebrities around, go and get some selfies. Or try and get them involved with what you're doing and make sure it's captured, because it puts you in a different bracket.
Yeah.
You know, you're in this end of the market rather than this end.
I think there's a way which you do it where you obviously super respectful. Like, you don't want to be like the amount of gigs that I do now that I can't post anything about because they're all NDA, which is obviously completely fine. But I'm like, if I could tell people some of the things that I've done, you'd be like, shit.
Yeah, but
obviously I can't.
You're not
I can't
allowed to.
post
So
anything
annoying.
because I'd get bloody sued by everybody. But I think like you just do it tastefully, and like I say, with Chum being there, I got dragged on stage, and it was a matter of. But because I'd put him on the gig and everything lined up, he was there to capture it.
But imagine if you'd not got someone to come do video for it. Like, what would you have... It wouldn't have benefited
You wouldn't have
you.
had it. You wouldn't have had it.
Like, don't get me wrong, it
Years
was an
now.
incredible gig and stuff like that.
You got to market it, haven't you? This is
What's
where
the marketing angle?
as
What's
a
the angle that you
much
can do
smaller
with this?
scale, like every wedding is an opportunity to then market yourself and do
100%.
something. And it's not what you should be focusing all your day on, but there's got to be a part of your wedding where you use that to market more stuff, or recognizing the good ones and using them. And
this is why everybody should recommend videos to the couples, because it's not only great for the couple,
if
it's
Chumley's
great
not available,
for the suppliers as well.
You put me in a situation here, aren't you?
It's funny because if I know you're on a wedding with me, like the next day I'm like, oh Adam, did you get some good footage? Can I if I
But
swear
make
to the
use of
couple?
it. And for anyone listening, because this is wedding specific, there's loads of suppliers that I work with that I'm always like, anything you need, I'm happy to. Same with Howard. But just don't feel bad. Just pester us, because I'll forget. With the best of intentions, I probably will
Day
forget.
after the wedding.
So please do pester me if you want anything.
It works though, doesn't it? And obviously, like,
Because it's
from a
it's just-
DJ's point of view, it's always like after I've finished packed up, I'll always not obviously linger, but like you're always present in case. You'll always get people coming and thanking you at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But then on the odd opportunity, someone will be like, "Oh my god, have you got a card? Have you got an Instagram? Have you got this?" and everything like that.
Yeah.
I always say that you usually get 1 or 2 bookings off every wedding that I do.
100%.
And it's one
just
of them
by
where,
holding on an extra 10 minutes.
Well,
just be around.
it's not
Well,
just solely
just by
because
doing the gig.
It's a good idea, though. It's a good
doing
tip.
the gig, and
That's what I
then
do.
people will be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, but if you
Different
legged it,
to a
packed
mum.
down, and
Yeah.
didn't give people opportunity to speak to you afterwards.
I mean, that's why I don't
it's
leg
just that
it.
extra 5 minutes of just going. Like, I think every gig we've done, you've always stuck around for like, and obviously that's because we're chatting or whatever. I'm not saying it's because you're like, does anybody want me to gig for them? But it's like that sort of element of
See,
it.
for
It's indirect.
The
It's
point of
just-
the wedding where I finish, I always say goodbye to the couple, and if appropriate, like the bridesmaids, the mums, anyone that I've like connected with on the day, I'll always make sure to say bye to everyone, suppliers as well.
100%.
And I know loads. The photographer will just be like, right, I'm getting off. I'm not going to bother him. I'm not going to say bye. I'm like, no, you've got to do that, because. Like, I like to do it because they're like, oh, you've been amazing. I love hearing all that.
Stroke the ego.
Yeah.
Well, somebody might come up and say, "Oh, we're getting married next year. Just if you're free on our day." And if you've legged it, you've missed an
happens.
opportunity, haven't you? I just hang around. Certainly, if you're on it or Johnny's on it or you, or whatever,
Networking.
it's just chat and a bit of banter. Really, that's all it is.
It's that 10-minute catch up with your supplier.
I love it. I love
I
working
think
with
it's
mates.
also just a nice thing to do. I think it's quite rude if
Makes
you
the
just
job
like,
enjoyable, doesn't
Oh
it?
yeah, bye.
See you later. Yeah. Well, no, plenty of
What a
suppliers that
rude
do
twat
that.
you are.
Yeah. I sometimes I go to the toilet, I come back like, photographer's, where's he?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, he left. I'm like, didn't say goodbye.
Didn't say goodbye to me.
I'm quite hurt.
That's like Johnny. That he never, never says goodbye to
from
me.
the buffet as well.
Got him a doughboy piece.
Yeah. Bringing it back to the city thing.
Yeah.
Because it screams networking. This obviously that gig came from friends of yours whose wedding you were doing, and they happened to work for City and stuff. That was just at the point of you leaving the agency.
So that was the gig was. It was literally like the grey area,
which is yeah.
Where
Great springboard, and anyone could listen and be like, "Oh well, it's all right. He's got a job for Man City. Of course, it's going to work out." But it's the networking thing, isn't it? And I also think
how it came about, isn't it?
The networking and how I mark, like you said before, I could have just done that gig, and then that would have been that. But I was like, "No, chum, you need to be free." Yeah. Like, sounds silly, but I rang my barber. It wasn't open. I was like, I need to look good on this video. I need you to do, like, I drove to Blackpool from Manchester.
I remember Will telling me, I think.
And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, this is like the biggest gig I've done in my life so far. I need to look, because I'm getting it filmed. Like, it sounds super silly, but I think these are like the 1% details which actually really build up. And obviously with Chum and stuff, he knew exactly what style video I wanted. I was like, I just want you some stills and stuff like that. If anything happens with a player or anything, capture it, cool. But obviously make the video for me. Me and Oliver Heldens went back to back, which is, if you know your DJs, he's like 100 grand to book. So I was like, he was like, do you want to go back to back? I was
this
like,
is chart stuff we're talking
I was like, 2 right, mate. I was
do you want to go back to back?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
like
friendly with you?
Yeah. And I was just, but I was just like 100%. And then
quite cool a moment as well for you. I imagine
there were like 10,000 people in front of me at Mayfield Depot. I'm playing back to back with Oliver Heldens. I'm like, what on earth is happening in my life right now? And then got invited to do like an after party for a player, and we went till like 7 a.m. and it was just like mental. It was a lot of fun.
I just want to touch on something you mentioned, which was just brilliant, when you just said it's the 1% details.
Yeah.
And it's always looking for the edges, isn't it, that nobody else will do, that'll help propel you. Any other 1% details? Because your look is dead important, 100%. Your branding, everything else that you do. Yeah, where else have you used the 1% difference?
It's loads. I think people think I'm like OCD, but I'm not. I'm just really care because every time, it sounds silly, but every time I leave my house, my mum's mum was always like, make sure you look presentable when you leave the house. I'll never be, unless I'm going walking, I'll look like a scrag, but if like I'm leaving, especially for a gig, I will turn up and I'll be like, because it makes me feel good. But also, you're presentable to the client. I will always turn up at least an hour before I start. I will always go and say hello to the bride and groom if it's a wedding. I will always, if they need anything, if anybody in the venue needs a hand with a table or whatever, I will always be the first person to do it. If I've got artists on the gig with me, I will always help them pack down. They will always help me pack down. It's just nice. I'll always go above and beyond. Like, I will prep for a wedding 2 or 3 days before. No matter if I know exactly what the vibe is. I'll never turn up to a wedding anyway being like, oh, I'm going to play this and then this and this. That's just not me as a DJ. I turn up and I'm like, right, this is the vibe they want. How do I work that in whilst getting mums and dads involved and everything like that?
Yeah.
But I will always prep for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, a couple of days before every event. Yeah. So my Wednesday is just prepping for the weekend, basically. But I think not a lot of people do that. People get lazy with it. I'm always looking for music. I always... like Monday's my music day, where I just sit and I just download and write what's going to be useful, what edits can I make for myself personally that I only have and play out. But yeah, I just think that it's an evolving thing, but all these little 1%
make the difference, don't they? Yeah.
If you add them all up, it's 15-20%, and it's like
compounds, yeah.
But it's your client experience is incredible because you turned up, you've put their mind at ease. You've already had an extra phone call with them. You feel great on a gig because you've turned up looking good.
And you prepped.
You prepped.
Yeah.
You know exactly, like, you are beyond, like, everything, all this. It just puts you above, not above people, but, like, it puts you ahead of people if they don't do it.
I love the fact you said people think of ADHD, but it's not. I just care. And I think I'm definitely in that same bracket. People might say to me, "Oh, you've got ADHD." Well, no, I just want everything to be fucking bang on.
Right. It's attention to detail.
I'm obsessed about the details, and if that's fucking OCD or ADHD, then so be it. But it's not. It's just me wanting
OCD,
to. Yeah, it just wants me. It's me wanting to be the best that I can.
There's similar traits that are akin to OCD, but like you say, it's just obsessive attention to detail. And
I think but that's my brand, because every time I leave my house and I turn up, whether an event planner's booked me, whether the client's booked me directly, whether it's been booked through an external person, I am turning up, and every single, like, I am representing my brand and company.
It's your name on the label, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why. Like, I've not. Everyone always says, "Oh, why don't you do like a management company and like, get people under you, and then you can just sit at home." And I'm like, but with the utmost respect, I've not found anybody yet that has the level of detail that I have. So therefore, I'm going to put somebody out under my name.
So hard.
And I've done it before where I've had to get cover on gigs for like illness or whatever it is, and they've just messaged saying they were great, but they weren't you.
I've been there like so many times. Yeah. And like for me now, it's like, this is why I really simplified what I do and what I offer. I offer a daytime package. It's just me.
Yeah.
I used to put in saxes, singers, DJs, and I didn't really make anything extra. It's just part of the experience, really, for the couple. But you're responsible for all those other people.
Exactly.
And
the amount of stress that puts on you.
I'm worried about myself enough without having to worry about somebody turning up or
turning up with the shirt untucked. I'm like, get away from it.
Yeah.
Get away from it.
I love it now. It's just me that I have to worry about.
Exactly.
And
But you're exactly right, because the couple, it's a testament to your brand that you've built so strongly, because when a couple go, if you're not available, I can send someone else. It's like,
I don't want.
It's not. And even going back to the 6:15 days, if I was working a job that I knew that the agency were on and it wasn't you, and it was one of the other DJs, then there was some great ones.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, but it's not quite well.
I appreciate
Not quite
that.
well.
And it's important. The personal brand of it is so important, because when I recommend,
It takes that little edge off. Like you say, it was 1%. It was,
1%.
So there's companies out of that point. I did 615, and you've got DFC and other companies. And if they've already booked that company, for instance, it's part of the package or whatever, I always say, look, if you get this guy, he's going to be better. Yeah. That just shows to me that your personal brand stands out so much. Because I say, book that one, because I worked with him before. He's fucking brilliant. He's dead cool. He's edgy. It's like with 650, get Will Maden, he's great.
And I think that like when it was like the heat of it, like the major point of it all, there was me, Daniel, and Cammy. That was like, don't get me wrong, there was other people and
that was the trio that everyone wanted.
Was it.
Yeah,
like that was us.
Yeah,
and we drove not all the business, but we did all the best gigs, and we were like the highlight package. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure we were like $2 or $3 grand more expensive than the people, but that's just because of like and we were all collectively like, we all did the 1%.
Yeah,
and I think
that's why the personal brand's so important, isn't it?
But the hardest bit is when you get established and you start doing well, and it's then maintaining that level, because you obviously at the start you try really hard and you do it, and then the complacency kicks in, as you said, and then you just start, well, I know what I'm doing now. I've nailed my routine down. I can just night before pack my bag, go. Don't have to think about it, because I've just, because that's how good I am. It's then, I suppose the answer is the obsession, because
I don't think I'm at that point yet.
Oh, good.
Sounds really
well. There's the success, though, right?
We were saying before, like, I still get nervous before every gig.
Me too, yeah.
And you look at, if you take yourself out of it and you go, oh, you've played like festivals, you've played in front of tens of thousands of people, you've done gigs for these people and these people, and you shitting yourself over like Jenny and Darren's wedding at like down the road.
Yeah.
And you're like, but I think for me, like, every time I turn up, you're only as good as your last gig.
Yeah, and that annoys me about the whole thing.
It does. Like, just look at the back catalogue. I'm having an off day. Leave me alone.
It fucking annoys me.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, God, you're ringing so many bells are going off in my head.
But this is all the best.
So
ones.
Funny.
Maintain that level of like every gig is like the only gig of your life.
That's it.
Because
that's
to the
how
couple,
I have it.
like especially in the wedding world, to the couple it is. You've got to bring it, haven't you? Every single time.
It's like I tell myself before the wedding, I think this is why I get so nervous. This is the biggest day of their life. And if I can make their wedding 10% more memorable, I am so happy with what I've done.
Imagine someone telling you that the morning of every single wedding. You just be constantly back.
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me have space.
But it's a good thing to remind yourself of. Like, no, today is the biggest day of their life.
And I think
how can I deliver?
I'm not going to take it lightly. Yeah.
When I was still with the company, there was so many times where it was like, oh, we'll just get through this one. Because you used to do 5 a week and you were fucked.
Yeah.
You do Wednesday to Sunday or Thursday to Sunday. Saturday night, you are shagged. You're like, oh my God, I just want to go. But like now, obviously, since going on my own nearly 3 years, and I know how many I can do in a week. my like 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll do in a week 3 a week. I usually do between 1 and 2.
Yeah, because you don't want to
compromise
your
quality. I don't want to compromise quality because if I take 4 in a week, the other 2 will be fine, and I don't think anyone would actually notice. But like I would then start to feel a little bit like I gave 90%. I could have done that a little bit better, and I'll beat myself up after a gig. I'll be like, everyone was like, "Oh my god, that was incredible! That was the best wedding I've ever seen." And I was like, "Yeah, but it could have been 2% better."
Yeah.
But if I do believe that if you don't believe in it, if you know that you've not given it, you can't sell it the same.
No,
because you're like, well, like you say, you come off even though it's not noticeable to everyone else.
I just think that's the perfectionism in, and I have exactly the same. Oh, I could have made it an extra bit of a moment. The couple are like, "Fucking, that was the best day of our," and you're it's just that constant perfectionist. Always, you always want to be better
because you want to be better, and the people that don't give a shit don't think like that. Do they?
Because you're never going to get to a point where you go, "Right, I'm dead good now." That's it.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about anything. I'm that good.
I'm not naming names, but there's some people in the industry like that. And I'm just like, oh my god.
There is.
But there is.
You have moments though, don't you? Little micro versions of that. I've had like moments where I've gone, I've made it.
I am shit.
I'm so good. And then someone, the universe or Howard, most likely, will bring me right back down.
I think but the constant like strive for making it better on every single gig is how you keep moving forward. And that's like, for me, I've always said, as soon as I see it as a job, I'll quit because I love it too much. Like and I want to give 100% to every single gig that I do. Like, so I want to walk away, and like I say, if it's a couple privately, whether it's a wedding planner, whether it's like Dan from Label 22, whoever it is who I do the gig for, I want to walk away and I want them to be thinking, holy shit, like A, absolutely phenomenal, the best DJ I've ever heard, but then B, he really, really cared, and C, he's just a nice, normal guy. Like, don't get me wrong, everyone in the industry needs to have an ego to a point because you're standing on a stage putting on a show, but he's just like a really nice guy. And I think like I'm just a northern guy from Blackpool who's like we've done all the cool, like we've done loads of cool stuff and travelled the world and gigged everywhere. But at the end of the day, I'm just Will who likes to go walking for a couple of hours a day and sit with my son and go hiking.
It's great to have that balance. You need that balance, don't you? Because you can get. You've got to have the balance between ego and fucking Mr. Nice Guy, and have a blend of it all. Because you do need that ego as an entertainer and a performer. You just, as part of you needs you need that.
I didn't think I was going to ask this, but obviously you're into your walking and your hiking. Does that really balance you out?
Yeah, massively. I have to.
Important.
Every day I go for a 2-hour walk.
You tried wanking? You got to crank those numbers up. You got to crank those numbers up.
Fucking hell. Like it.
I'm talking 2-3 a day, man. 2-3 a day, man.
No, but I think like fucking hell, you throw me there. I think
the objective.
Like what my missus said it. She's like, don't get me wrong, Will Maden's great, but can I have Will Maden Wilkinson, which is actually my full name? I don't want Will Maden. Yeah. And then when we first started going out, she was like, especially at the time when I was with the agency, a lot of things were like quite materialistic and not flashy, but like you go out wearing like a $3,000 outfit, and like, I'm the furthest thing from that now.
Yeah.
And I remember we went out on one of the first dates, and I was like, I'm cold, so I went and bought a Burberry coat for £1,400. Like, what a twat! But she was like, that's such a Will Maden move. The old Will Maden, not me now. But I think like the walking and stuff, and maybe I'll try that. Yeah. Your recommendation. I think like the walking and stuff, just like it's just me. Like we're going camping and like we're gonna like slum it for £20 a night.
It keeps you grounded. It keeps you grounded, doesn't it? It does, yeah.
I come off the phone with couples. And it's like, it's still me, but it's like
different version.
The version of me that needs to be.
You need to be.
And I come off the phone call and Jade's like, you're such a knob. And it's brilliant. I love that like, she can call me out. And because it's not like I'm doing anything fake. It's just that you don't sound like, she's like, if people knew what you normally sound like. You normally sound so monotonous and miserable.
I'm the same. I prepare myself before a meeting. Like, before they come to the door, I'm in my office like,
looking in the mirror,
listening to music, sorting my hair, and I'm just like, but they're banging that person, aren't they? Of course, you can't be like, oh yeah, come on in.
Yeah, you can't be placid.
You're like, I'm going to smash your wedding.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Do you
have a
know,
great time.
I do that intentionally because I want them to feel like their wedding, even just on the phone when they inquire, that I would really love to be there and I'm excited about it, and I want them to feel special because I do. It's part of the experience. It's not like it's like I'm just turning it on.
You want people to feel excited.
And I do genuinely love weddings, so I want to get that across.
Yeah.
But if I try and say that in my normal voice, nobody would believe it.
Who's this knob? Why are they speaking like this?
Jade's like, you can't even, even when you read the kids a bedtime story,
Yeah,
you can't turn on any sort of enthusiasm. How can you just do it for your couples? I don't know. You just
do, don't you?
It does.
Can I ask Will some business questions, like how we get some gigs and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Sure.
We've always got it because we get so engrossed in the conversation, and it's brilliant, mate. I'm loving what we're chatting about. I always like to try and bring it back to give value as much as we can. So it's like, how do you get your gigs? You've had that moment, obviously. You left 6:15. You've done that mega gig for Man City, and then from then your socials have grown. Everything else. Do you do anything really intentionally to get bookings?
Everything that I put on social media is for a purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
It needs to. Especially my Will Maden DJ page. Obviously, I have my personal one, which is basically just pictures of me dog and my son. But everything that I put up on that is if someone is potentially thinking about booking me, that it's affirming it even more. Like, oh, I want this guy.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. Or it's just a cool gig. Like last night, I did the Banksy exhibition in Manchester.
All right.
Fucking one of the coolest gigs.
It looked cool.
Like unreal. Like the gig itself, like it wasn't like popping off or anything, but it was just like super, super cool.
Yeah.
And it was just about creating an atmosphere rather than sending it through the roof. And obviously I posted that, and it's like everything is that I post is for a purpose.
It's intentional.
I don't just throw something out, and I'm super picky with what I post, because you can post some things and it's actually damaging. A lot of people don't realise that. They'll be like, post something, and some of my DJ friends, they'll post it, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like, you're not attracting or appealing to the market where you want to go.
But you've touched on something good there, where you intentionally post, because in order to make someone think that might be thinking of booking you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what he's about. We want that.
That's a cool guy.
A lot of people post for views, post for virility, just for content's sake, like you say, and then that can be more harm than good.
Do it
like, why are you posting online? Do you want to go viral, or do you want to get fucking work?
Yeah. A lot of people will post like an idea and be like, and then get like the little tickle of, oh, it's got 100 likes. Oh, it's got 5 that. Couldn't give a flying shit. Like, it really doesn't bother me. Like, for me, if when I post, I get the buzz of when someone then messages me, oh, I've just seen your latest video. I've been following you for a while, and I'd like, are you free on this date?
Yeah, mega, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, cool. So the video that I posted, because obviously when you do a gig, you'll get a lot of followers. People will come up to you, oh, what's your Instagram? Or like maybe the Saturday, for example, the lady whose party it was, she posted me on a story. I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 of her friends follow me. I've had 2 people inquire, one for a 30th, one for a wedding in Mallorca. And it's like, right, what am I going to post next, business-wise, that's going to confirm to them that I'm the right person for the job?
I love it.
Okay, so you've had an inquiry, so that week...
I won't be like, oh my God, what do I need to post for that if I have something? That's what it's like. For me to post something, it needs to like pass in my brain.
Yeah,
A, is it good? B, is it entertaining? Is it cool? Like, don't get me wrong, I'll post the mashups and stuff, but like, there's one with me and Theo, and it's like I've got him in like a little dinosaur suit, and it's like, it's cool, but it's like it's showing people that I'm just a normal guy, I'm a dad. But musically, it's Olivia Dean, The Man I Need, with Fade by the Grant Nelson remix. So I'm like, if you love your house music, you're going, oh my God, that's Fade with Olivia. It sounds sick. He's just a normal guy dancing with his son who's really talented and doing this cool thing where I've got my mate singing Olivia Dean, but then my fella who really loves house music, oh my God, he's dancing because it's Fade. Yeah. And it's like, within that post, I've ticked 5 or 6 boxes that potentially, if they're on the borderline, because I understand that people might inquire and be like, shit me, he's expensive. But what, like, warrants it? And if you know what I mean,
so you're really considered, aren't you? Which is, I think, is the takeaway, isn't it, for everybody? Yeah. Really considered with what you're posting. I love the fact that you've had a couple of bookings and now you want to post something that affirms to them that's why you're there. Enquiries,
Inquiries. So you're now going to, your next post is going to be something that they've just followed you and inquired. You know that they're going to see it. How's it going to get them over the line?
Yeah,
it's really good.
For me, that's like Instagram is, for me, obviously, unless you see me gig, that's Instagram's my CV.
In terms of the question, where does all your work come from then? Aside from referral networking, Instagram, you reckon?
Yeah, but I would probably say 75% or maybe 80% is either they've seen me at an event. I've done this for 16 years. Yeah, so it's like I've probably played way over 2,000-3,000 weddings. And God knows how many events. And it's just like especially in the last 3 years, I think I've probably done over 500-600 events. So it's like, 500 probably. The amount of people that you've seen at those weddings, gigs or whatever, that are then having a wedding, 30th.
So a lot to be said for just going out and doing weddings, because as soon as you go, I'm only going to do a dozen a year, all that changes, doesn't it?
It's been busy. It's a key thing, certainly when you're trying to build your business. Just get out there all the time, become that face that people.
I also think like, if you're starting out, what's the harm of going to shadow someone? Like I know Chum did it with you.
You did it with Stefan.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you look at, and obviously we all love Steph, and it's like, but you shadowed him, and then like Chum's then shadowed you, and then someone will probably shadow Chum.
Yeah. I had no one to shadow. I had to do it all myself.
But like, I'm just thinking like as a DJ, if someone messaged me saying, mate, I'm wanting to get into weddings, can I come and shadow you on a wedding? Yeah, crack on, mate.
You might get a message off the back
you
of this.
You are going to get messages.
I'm like, yeah, come join me, cool.
Adam, you'll be messaging him because you want to be a DJ if you're not a filmmaker.
I'd love to learn how to DJ.
Give me an afternoon, I'll teach you. I used to do that.
Harry Meredith told me the same. I'm like, I'd love to do that one day.
If you can count to 16, you can DJ. True fact.
I can do that.
I could probably teach you in about half an hour because you're musical. You know the structures.
Yeah. God, I fucking hate DJing. I've had to do it. So I did a gig in the Lake District once where the DJ got stuck in the floods. Dax was supposed to be with me on that gig, and he got stuck in the floods. I was the only one there. All the guests had to stay over in the hotel room because they couldn't get out.
Wow!
So I got there. The registrar got there, so we had the wedding, and I had to do it all day and all night. I had to DJ.
I'm DJ singer.
I had a DJ on speed dial. He was stuck somewhere in a random house next to a pub. He was pissed, and he was telling me what songs to do.
Play Whitney next.
He said, "Right,
I want to dance somebody."
But he was on the dance floor. I said, "Right, do this song next."
Fair play to him though, as well, but also you.
Yeah, I had to think on my
Imagine us on a gig, right? It's a wedding, and I've been there all day filming them, and then you turn up, you do your bit for it, and then I jump on and start.
I'll just be like,
everyone would go, "Oh, the video is DJ."
I love that collab with the suppliers.
That'd be great. I've had like bride and grooms do that. Well, more grooms. I taught him how to DJ. I was like, I want to surprise her on the wedding day. I want to come up and do it.
That's
like
a great idea.
I was like, and we did lessons at like a unit for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And I was like, I will teach you half an hour. And this half an hour
thought of that for my wedding.
Shit up.
I would have loved that.
Everyone would be like, is that you or is it him playing? And he's never played in his life before. And he turned up and like, we had this whole little like gimmicky thing where he was like, oh, you just go or like pretend to go to the toilet and then like the song's running out. And we'd made him like an intro and everything.
What a good little upsell.
And it went off.
What an upsell for you.
What an upsell.
Like privately message grooms be like, do you want to surprise your missus on the wedding day?
If any couple, what I'm just about to
for an extra G.
Yeah. But like, if you want to do it, like, I think it's so cool.
It's lovely, yeah.
And I've done it. It's happened like once or twice. Seb's the more standard.
Tip I got for my videos when I send them, is to message the one of them separately. Like, often case the groom, just be like, look, your video's ready. Do you want some extra brownie points?
Yeah.
Set a night up, get some booze.
Get the champers out.
Get the popcorn out, candles, whatever. Set the room up, and then just surprise her when she gets back from work with the video.
Mate, I've had it on my wedding. Somebody wants to sing, and what a difference to the gig. And it helps the gig. It helps the gig.
If they can sing as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's like your Uncle Steve and he's pissed and like, oh, But if like someone stands up and is like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm going to sing this song.
Yeah, you've worked on it.
And you have like a little bit, not like singing.
What a connection as well you've got with that client. And
I was
that
stood on
couple.
the middle of the dance floor at Seb and Abby's wedding, and I was just like, fuck, this is sick.
This is
and
so good.
I think it's on their wedding video of just, because she
Love
gets
that.
behind the decks as well.
All of this is
And
good
it's
for me, for
just
the
like,
content as well, yeah.
yeah. It's incredible.
I'm going to push that a bit more actually with my grooms. Do you want to surprise your missus with a song we sing together during the wedding? Right?
Yeah, and the crowd will
love
love
to do
it.
it anyway, but I think something that's planned would be pretty cool.
And it's like, that's the sort of stuff that, like, and it sounds wanky, but like in terms of content and marketing, you can be like, groom jumps up and gets on the mic. Like these are the reels that do well, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, that'll get your hits and stuff.
We're getting away from what we were coming on to.
Sorry, we're diverging.
We was researching you beforehand.
Yes.
Couldn't find your website.
Oh, baby.
No website?
Yeah, no.
You don't have a website?
No.
And we thought that's got to be intentional.
I was like, he's got to have a website, but your link tree on your Instagram is your inquiry form direct there.
Yeah.
And there's a brochure
Yeah.
link
Like a
that you can
PDF
read
thing
about
where it's
you.
like-
So then I was like,
Maybe that's all they need.
really
to know.
cool.
Yeah.
It's better than
I
like.
think
Is it intentional? What's the story there?
It is intentional, because obviously I do want to get one, but I think without sounding like a dick, it's like I always want, if you want to book me, you've seen me, because then you're not like, oh my god, he's so expensive.
It's like a
Whatever it
branding
is.
thing.
Yeah. And I think if you had a website, don't get me wrong, like it's like it makes you in a way look more professional or whatever to people that haven't seen me outside of. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's referrals, they've seen me at an event or one of their friends has recommended, which automatically you're in the same circle of like.
Do you
the
need
client.
one? Has it hindered you at all?
No.
I think it keeps it really simple because people already know they know you, but like you say, they've seen you before.
Yeah.
But you're giving them all they need to know to then make the booking. You've got a great PDF which tells them exactly who you are and what you do, and inquire here. And you've got an inquiry and PDF about what you are.
Especially if you're driving a lot on
and
Instagram.
that's all it is.
The inquiry form was within Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, why create an extra step to move the website?
I always want it to be super smooth.
Yeah.
You go on Instagram, it's literally saying want to book with an arrow to a link. You click on the link. If you want to know a bit more about me, if it's coming from external or whatever, cool, you can read that, or just go from Instagram.
So your inquiry page then, is that just like a landing page you've just set up?
Yes, that's just it's a it's a page on Linktree.
Oh, it's just a page on Linktree.
Yeah, so
okay.
in theory I have got a website, but it's a Linktree.
Yeah, but you have to create the page to then put it on Linktree, don't you, somewhere? Oh, do you not?
No, within Linktree.
Within Linktree you can create forms.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then that form then goes through to the wife's email with all the information like date, location,
questions you ask,
phone number, and then we'll then go back to them on email, and then if they want to proceed or want to know the next step, I jump on a call with them.
So Freya does all your admin emails and stuff.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I really struggled with when I went on my own. Was just like, for me, I'm a great DJ, great networker, anything like that. But the admin side of it, like sending an invoice, sounds so silly and stupid. But if you're gigging 3 or 4 times a week and you're focusing on the 1% on every single gig, your week becomes very busy. And like, I know it sounds selfish, but I have 2-3 hours a day where I align that for walking. Because if I don't do that walk, I'm not the best version of me. I'm a bit grumpy, I'm a bit tired, whatever. So I think, and Freya's great at it. Like, she runs all my diaries. She runs, I look after 2 venues in Manchester, so she looks after them basically. I do the music for them, but she speaks to the artist, puts the artist in, invoices for them. She organises the calls with the clients. Obviously, when it's client call, I speak to them because they want to speak to me, and obviously I can then get a vibe off them, whether we line up. It's not a matter of, oh, there's a gig and I'm free and they want to pay the fee. It's always like, right, okay, well, what can I bring something to your day? If not, I'll recommend someone else, because it's always about, like, when I gig, I want to really make a big impact. So yeah, with Freya does all the admin just because she's great at it and she's very organised.
Makes sense.
So you're outsourcing the things that somebody else is much better than you at, which is great.
Yeah. And obviously, like, it means that my missus she doesn't have to have a 9 to 5. Like she can just stay at home and.
So not having a website then, it's not it sounds like it definitely hasn't. It's not hindered your business at all.
No.
It's just maybe simplified it perhaps.
It's just streamlined it.
Streamlined it. Okay.
You could have.
But there's no kind of reason in this. No. Especially that you've not got one.
No, it's not been like it wasn't a decision where do I want a website, do I not want a website.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will get a website in future, which is just basically mimic
more of the same.
Mimic the PDF that you've got your Instagram.
Yeah. It's not going to be this massive like in-depth thing or anything like that. Like I said, I like for people to book me. I'd like them to send me an event because then obviously they can see what I can bring. Because a lot of it, as you will know, with Instagram. Some people that we know in the industry that are good, but they're not maybe as good as yourselves, you can look at their Instagram and if you're a client, you'll be like, oh, that's a little bit more flashy. Maybe they are. Do you know what I mean? And I think when people see yourselves perform or see your films or Chum's films or whoever it is, they'll be like, all right, okay, that's why we want to go with him. And I think that's why it's so strong with me that with a lot of the inquiries that come through when they've seen me, the conversion rate's so high. Because they're like, I've seen you, I know what you can bring to the event.
This is what I'm saying. This is why you have to be out there working all the time. But I've certainly found that anybody who's seen me, the price becomes irrelevant. I'm high up on their priorities because they've seen me. I get the booking. 100. I'm not saying 99, 100% of the time. And those couples that maybe perhaps haven't seen me or not even heard of me, they found me just on Instagram.
Yeah.
Some of them perhaps don't convert.
Yeah.
But I know in my mind that if they'd seen me at a wedding,
they'd be like 100%.
I want to book
the
you
venue
right
now are you free?
And this is the struggle we have sometimes, isn't it?
It's hard because you're not just selling like a package. You're selling like it's an experience, isn't
selling it? Like for me, you're selling an emotion. Like for me, it's
and
when
so
you're playing. They
have to be able to see it first for you to sell it, sort of thing.
And
that's the struggle, isn't it? Really, it's certainly with me now because I purposely only do a small amount of weddings. It leads to less inquiries because you're not out there as much. But for me, it's fine for me because I really hone down the people that I really want to do.
The best way to market that is to do lots of weddings so that people will see you and network a lot and then document them and
But that's
what I do. Yeah,
that's what I did. Like the first year I left, I think I did like 140 weddings. Yeah, and I was just like, don't get me wrong, fucking wrote me off, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you got to do it.
But then people are like, oh, I saw you at this wedding in 2024, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? You get inquiries.
They're the best inquiries, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've already seen you did a friends. You're like, yes, this will probably
just work.
Out.
You're not. You find you're not potentially fighting any issues. Like it puts you on the front foot. You've not approached them. They're super keen to book you. You're in the driving seat, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're not on the back foot being like, oh, do you want this and do you want this? They'll be like, no, I want you. What's your fee? Cool, sound. Are you free, man?
Yeah.
That's the holy grail of the inquiry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you free on my day? I don't care what it costs.
Yeah. Imagine. They are nice.
Well, it'll be $9.99
All the nights.
We've spoken a while ago now about your grand plan one day of potentially moving to Italy.
Italia, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a serious?
Yeah, I still think it is it's very, very serious, and I think with the amount of bookings that I get over there, especially in summer, I think last year I did 28 in Italy. And I'm just like, rather than flying there and back, I could just live there. And then if someone wants me in the UK, they really want me because they're going to have to fly me in. But if I could pick up another 10, so I'm doing 30 odd in Italy in summer, that's more than enough for your 6-month period. Yeah. And then you come back to the UK and then you do your Christmas parties, awards and stuff like that. Yeah. In January, you have the first 3 months off, you then go back to Italy.
Seasonal.
It's basically like what club DJs do with Ibiza, and then they'll then go to do the ski season, and then they might go to Dubai at the start of the year, and then basically hot around the world. Because my missus, she was cabin crew and guitar, so she loves travelling. She comes with me on most the internationals, unless it's like an in and out.
Handy that you're both on that same page.
Yeah, she loves it. Obviously, it scratches the travel bug for her, and obviously with having a child now, he's coming to. We've got Mallorca at the end of the month for 4 days, and then we've got Porto in May, June, Italy 3 or 4 times. where we're all going. Excuse me. July we're in Italy a couple of times.
You have to homeschool him because when he starts school,
I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
and just go. It's obviously like everyone has their own different things and whatever, and you can't be like, this is the right way to do it. But I think for us, if we can look back on it and go, oh yeah, for the first 6 or 7 years of your life, you travelled around the world.
Very cool.
And instead of learning about something, all right, okay, well, I'll just get some gigs there and we'll go there. Or like Italy, like we love Italy. Like I say, we're going to get married there. We will move there one day. Not 100% because I love the UK too much and obviously I have a family here and everything like that. But yeah, hopefully.
Well, my question with it
years.
is like what you're doing to try and get the extra gigs.
I think
obviously you're already established.
Yeah,
and do a bit, but how do you get those destination weddings? And
it's one of them where one leads to another. A lot of them.
Yeah. Planners.
A couple of planners.
Yeah.
A couple of planners that give me probably 50 to 60%, and that's between 3 or 4 of them of my work abroad.
Yeah.
But that was, again, I did a gig for a quarter of the fee I'd usually charge, and basically covered my costs.
Yeah.
That was coming up to nearly 3 years ago. Just
just to get your foot in the door.
And then off the back of that, it's probably given me a lot of work off it. And then obviously because you're working with such a high level of planner and like the photographers are like world class on these gigs, and it's just like, then they recommend you to, it's just like this. But I think that's because on a gig, I'll always turn up. I'll always be normal, nice. I'm not like, oh my God, yeah, Will Maden, I've arrived. Like, no, that's just a bellend.
It's good to be like that, but then absolutely smash it on the gig.
Yeah,
and then I was like, fucking how's that guy, that nice guy we're chatting to?
Yeah. That guy who was we were eating pasta with at like crew food an hour ago.
He's rocking the house.
He's just ripped his head off for 3 hours. And then I leave, I'm like, that's Sam, see you later, guys.
We were talking about this before. It's like that almost surprise that.
Yeah.
God, he's so he seems so normal and he's absolutely incredible. Like that's a better reputation to have than like turning up flashy, like they look full of themselves and then they under deliver sort of thing.
Mate, we did.
It's almost under promising, over delivering.
We did that for 11 years, and I was like, as soon as we left, I was like, oh my God, like what I wear like Asda t-shirts, Marks and Spencer and Berkeys. Like, I'm usually in walking gear. That's it. Like the thought of spending $1,000 on a t-shirt knocks me sick. I'm just like, oh. But it's like I say, when I left, it was very much about how do I want this to look for me? Like I can guide my own ship now. I can make everything look how I want it to look if it works out. And it's still working out, so
it's good. Very much. What would you tell up and coming people that wanting to start out in the world of weddings?
DJs.
That's a massively generic question. I love that.
Obviously DJs,
yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who wanted to get into videography? Yes,
Shadow Adam Wing, Steph or Chum.
New wedding DJs.
I suppose it's one of them where you have to try and get work under your belt, and obviously you can do like the agency route. Like there's agencies that look after big groups that have a lot of venues like DFC or Exceed that they could feed your diary quite a lot. You need to weddings and in like as a DJ unless you played a wedding, it is the most curveball thing in the entire world.
Yeah,
you're always like with a club, you turn up and you go, right, okay, it's a house venue, it's an R&B venue, and that's where Neighbourhood was so different for me. It was basically a wedding but in a venue.
Massive
so I think
mix
that's
of
where
genres.
I cut my teeth, sort of, so to speak. And I think with basically just try and get gigs under your belt, shadow some people,
find somebody who's smashing it and ask advice from them. Try and get on board with them.
If someone reaches out to me, I always get back to them. I'm not rude, I'm not a dick. I'll always give advice if someone's like, oh, I've got this situation.
I'm going to be asking you to fucking come DJ.
I want to learn how to do
Will, can you teach me how to DJ? But DJing is such like a generic thing that it's like so easy to get into, and people think it's so easy, but to get like deal it, then it's hard to say it, but like you basically need time under your belt with it, and being put in situations where it make you really uncomfortable. But then obviously you're like, right, okay, well, you walk away from that gig going, I wasn't prepped enough in this area.
Yeah, you learn.
I wasn't prepped enough in this area.
Yeah, I think the wedding would be that real uncomfortable area to go in if you're just DJ and you've never done one. You go to a wedding. Guests can be freaking ruthless sometimes.
Don't like that.
With DJs.
Have you not got this song?
With DJs.
Don't like
This
that one.
is shit.
My old DJ used to do work with me. He used to get offered out and all sorts for not playing Uncle Johnny's shit song that's going to clear the dance floor. And
I think
you have to deal with all that stuff, you know.
The stereotype of like, oh God, the DJ's on the mic, gonna start telling us the buffet's open. And, Anything else before we wrap up?
I've got so many questions, but I suppose we're going to have to wrap up at some point, aren't we?
How long have we been going here?
Hour and 10.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I mean, I love the everything we've talked about. I love this. I actually really like the simplified, no website vibe. To be honest, I'm never going to do it, but I like that. I like it because it's like.
How's he? What's he?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Work?
How's he not got a website?
How does it work? What are you
I
doing?
think when you first start, you maybe need other areas for people to find you. If you want to do Google Ads and feed people, so you can have a team of suppliers and that you recommend on your website. You can include a blog, but you're not ever fighting for bookings because you've used your network and you've used your talent and being out doing stuff in the cool areas.
Yeah,
that gets you gigs and. People already know they kind of want you. They want your vibe. They just find you on Instagram. They see your minimal. This is me. This is what I is. Inquire here. It's like, yeah, fucking, this is a guy for us. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Rather than reading fucking loads of text on websites and trying to make a decision. You know,
I built one at the start of this year and
website.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
But nobody fucking reads half. Less than half of it.
Yeah.
They just go inquire.
you eventually just use it for inquiry page, don't you?
The amount of couples who, by the time like the inquiry we get on the phone, and I'm like, oh, have you been on my website? Have you seen my videos? They're like, no, I've just looked at your Instagram. They're not even looking at it. So
that's what I mean. That's and you can spend all the money under the sun, but at the end of the day,
costs
a
you a
lot
few
of
grand
people
to get it made as well.
are on their Instagram and like they'll go on it. Oh, you can inquire in.
Someone said,
make it easy for people.
Exactly. I spoke to someone the other day recently, and he said, in a world where like you can literally just like order your food shop delivery with a tap, you can order food, you can order takeout, you can everything's touch of a button, WhatsApp, whatever. Why are we making people go to your website, go to your contact page, inquire, wait for a reply?
Because also, if you
why don't we just have a button that goes book please? Is the date available? Yeah, sweet.
If someone has come to your Instagram, hopefully they're looking at it going, oh, this guy's sick. They're feeling it. They're excited.
Yeah.
If they then have to go on a website and do this and do that, and I'm like, oh my, like
they're being distracted, aren't they? I suppose.
Whereas, oh, you can inquire here. Sound right? We'll inquire.
Yeah, even that impulse.
And then on when Freya then sends a thing back, and you can book a call in. So it's like within a couple of days, you can book a call in, and it's like you've captured it. You're capturing this emotion and excitement, and it's like cool, rather than. Oh, you have to do this step and then this step and then this step, and it's just like years. So, like I said, diluting it down a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Simplifying the whole process.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Quick fire round.
Are we having a quick fire round?
Got it.
I didn't get
I've got it.
for this.
Have you got a quick fire round? Go on,
it's a slight DJ leaning version.
DJ led.
Well, the first one's generic. Big or small wedding?
Small.
So this is the DJ stuff. First dance.
Is this for what I like to play?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Well,
you'll find out.
Either. Big or small, but smaller ones are usually better if you have a good crowd.
I got you. Okay.
Yes.
So first dance, a classic or curveball? A bit maverick.
Anything that speaks about, it could be anything. Like usually it's, I always say if it just needs to represent the bride and groom.
Yes, that's the right answer. Don't just have it.
If someone comes to me and says, oh, my first dance is Ed Sheeran, I'm like, I'm going to be completely honest. Cool if you want, but it's not really you two, is it?
Have it for you, yeah.
Because they just like the song, it might work for their first dance.
I'm like, that's a load of shit.
Yeah, no. Pick what you like. Yeah. What's one song that is guaranteed to get everyone going?
For a generic wedding crowd, I've got an edit of I Want to Dance with Somebody with We Found Love.
I like that one.
Yeah, a lot of DJs use it. It's like you're hitting your mums and dads.
But Dave that I first heard that years ago, and I was like, he's a fucking genius.
Oh my God,
Dave,
this is amazing.
Dave Jones, yeah.
One song you never want to hear again.
Proud Mary.
Didn't even hesitate. That was so fast.
That is that song can
Left a good job in the
don't get me wrong,
city.
gets everyone up, but I've been the amount of times I had to play it when the residences had in Liverpool and the amount of Scouse fans rolling. I'm like, get in the bin, love.
Rolling on.
What? Every single person now wedding will can have Proud Mary. Fuck off.
It does work though, doesn't it?
It does work.
Pissed up people love it. What's if it's the last song of the night? What would you play?
You got to end on a banger.
Yeah,
You have to end
obviously.
on a banger.
What's your favourite?
Jesus, this is on the spot. For
Frank Sinatra, My Way.
And now
It's great.
the end is near.
I like something classic, like Never Forget to Take That. Because you can do cool things, like you can get the bride and groom in the middle, the entire family. Yeah.
Dave Jones used to do that everywhere.
And
It
then,
sounds
like,
cheesy,
yeah.
but it does. It's crowd pleaser,
You
isn't it?
got to bear in mind, it's 12:01 in the morning, everyone's smashed out their head. You bring it down, they're all singing together, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, good night. And everyone's like, oh my God.
I can't even remember what our last song was.
I was in bed at your wedding by then.
I know you were, yeah.
It lasted long.
We had honestly, I had visions of like packed dance floor.
Yeah.
Right
At 1 in the morning.
to death, and there's about 10 people left. I was like, I remember turning around, I was like, where's everyone gone?
That's your hardcore.
Yeah, well, we had the boys and we had a lovely house to go and chill out in.
In reality, it had been like 2 hours, but for me, it was like
Yeah,
a blink, and I was like, everyone was there a minute ago. Where are they?
Where's everyone gone?
For us, Adam, we were like, the house up there with the roaring fire and the nice
Go and
couches.
chill out.
I'm going to go and relax.
And we just did. It was brilliant. I think the boys played dominoes and stuff.
If you weren't a DJ, what else would you do in the wedding industry?
Oh. Videography, to be honest with you.
Get that
I think it's super, super cool. I think obviously it's
a lot of DJs say that actually. I wonder if it's like
It's
a creatively
creative.
linked.
yeah. Photography, I think's cool, but I think videography, it's like the motion.
But I suppose
cooler.
videography,
That's what I would've-
as
I
a
would-
DJ,
I
you know that video can really capture the vibe of
Yeah,
what you're doing. So it is linked pretty well, isn't it?
It's just hard
Imagine
work,
if I
though.
said,
it's just so much hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Red coat.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's when you get your host. That's not, it's, no, people do it, but it's not for me.
red jacketed Toastmaster.
Apart from
love
Steph,
them guys.
Tall Toastmaster. He's
the man. He's the
He's the
pinnacle.
best. But
He's the
everyone
good.
else,
Right, so this is a question from our last guest,
go on.
and we're going to ask you to leave one for the next guest.
Okay, I like this.
What's the worst wedding food you've ever had?
I think
Worst meal you've had at a wedding?
obviously when I'm eating at a wedding, I usually take my own food anyway, but it's always evening food. Like you guys are there all day, you get like
you
the
get
whole like
I don't
beef
eat
chicken.
I don't eat at a wedding.
But I think with me, it's always bacon, sausage, butties. I think like you can go wrong with the bacon butty if it's not cooked right. Oh my God, it's sweaty.
Soggy,
Can go
soggy
wrong.
bacon.
I'd be like,
yeah.
soggy bacon.
You can also get a lot of people are doing like the pizza trailer things, and it like there's some incredible ones like Don't Worry and everyone like that. But I think when people have just like venues have tried to do it themselves, and I'm like that is like a B&M pizza. I was like, that is shite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you have like a proper sourdough one,
Yeah, you
it's
need
lovely and it's
you need the
sensational.
caravan outside
Yeah, you
doing
need-
it with the fucking
get the horse
chimney and
box.
stuff.
You know what I
Or
mean?
Get the horse box. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably say soggy pizza or soggy.
Yeah,
bacon
no,
butty.
Okay. What's the worst wedding food you've
Yeah,
ever
go on.
experienced, Anna?
Well, there's one that sticks in mind.
Without mentioning the venue.
No, yeah, I had. It was years ago, so you'd never guess what venue it was. But it was the traditional chicken dinner type wedding, traditional wedding food. But it had clearly been left on the side for a while because when it came out, it was like
Congealed gravy.
gone a bit hot, gone a bit cold. But I bit into I mean, I just appreciate being fed. I don't care. But I bit into a roast potato, and it was that hard that my filling came out. Like I had filling in my tooth, and it broke the filling, the roast potato.
I've heard of chewing gum do that. Never a potato.
The roast potato was
Wow.
it was like a bit into it was rock hard, and it like cracked my filling in half, and it all fell out. I was like rung
In pain all day.
the dentist. No, I was like, I think I was okay, but I
my
rang the
God.
dentist the next morning and was like, I need to come and get my filling redone.
No one teaches you that when you're learning.
So that was a first.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you know what I really at night is like that really boring buffet.
Yeah.
And it's just everybody pulls up with a plate and
Well, that
By the time
that's
I
your
get to
worst
it, there's
enemy, though,
nothing
isn't it?
left. And I'm just,
yeah.
That's for me. It's one of my worst enemies is the buffet because
the evening.
If
Yeah, I
the-
don't
if
mind
the-
a bacon sausage butty
if
at
it's,
night. I think
I
that's
mean,
good.
it's not normally an issue when you're there, but if it's a standard like DJ
it
package
creates a lull.
where band who are doing sets,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
obviously disappears to have their food, which is totally fair enough.
Yeah, of course
But I'm like,
you want some food.
I need more dancing footage. I want everyone to come back on the dance floor, and I want to go home. Like, come on, forget your food.
I always give this bit of advice to couples. When I said there's still a venue out there that when the night do comes on, you get your artist or your DJ do the first dance and a set and really start to build it, and then they turn the lights back on full blast. They ask the DJ to turn the music down, and they serve the evening food, and it's everybody queues up with a plate, and it's like
Just
a fucking
go
three-course meal.
It's better when they just
and
go
everybody
around,
sits there, and they're all like, "I'm like, you just killed the whole
Trays
fucking
of bacon butties.
Trays of bacon butties.
They're
over there if you
with
want
the
them.
bacon butty.
Beer in one hand,
They're my people.
bacon butt in the
Handheld
other.
food.
Yeah.
Handheld food, yeah. So if you are a bride and groom and you listen to this podcast, make your evening food dead
Handheld
easy
food.
to consume.
Yeah.
Right, so just the last thing we will ask you is to please leave us a question for the next guest.
Who's in it? Oh, can we not tell him?
No, let's keep it a secret.
What
Just
part of the
something
wedding?
something weddingy. Doesn't matter.
Are we talking business or anything? Any question for the
No, I'm
next
saying
guest?
like, is
What are they
he
in?
in the
Yeah.
entertainment side of it? Is he? I'm not going to
No.
go. Is he?
Not saying.
Not saying.
Best gig, best gig they've ever done, and why?
Yeah,
That'll
okay,
be
that's
actually
good.
quite be good. That's
Good.
It's a very generic one, but he can.
I bet he has
story.
done some fucking mega ones. Because it is.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
Love it.
Who's next then? Are you
Don't know.
sure? Anyway, thanks, Will Maden,
No,
for coming on
no.
our podcast, mate. You've
Thank
been
you,
incredible. I've loved it.
It's been good.
I've really enjoyed that.
That's been one of my favourites.
Will
Remember,
1%
no
Maden.
website.
No website. Yeah.
No website.
Yeah.
That's all you need to take away is just get rid of your website. Save yourself some money.
Guys, thanks
And,
for watching and listening. I hope you've got a lot from this. Me and Adam have. I've buzzed off this one. It's been great. So,
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank
Love
you very much, gentlemen.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
I forgot. At Will Maden, if anyone wants to find you.
At Will Maden _DJ. At Will Maden's
Instagram,
personal.
Will Maden. It's linked to my and Adam's friend list.
We'll
you can
tag,
find
we'll
it there.
tag,
You'll
yeah,
find it.
yeah.
You'll find it.
Nice one. Cheers, boys.
Bye.
Boom.
So, thanks so much for listening. We really hope that you found this episode insightful, inspirational, and if you did enjoy that, then please consider subscribing to us wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. We're a Think Wedding Business.
We're also on YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to watch us, you can go over to YouTube and find us at Think Wedding Business. And the same over on Instagram to keep up with all of our future episodes.
We'd really love you to subscribe and join us on this journey. And if you do like this content, please consider giving us a 5-star review. It just helps us get seen and helps spread the word.
So thanks again for listening,
Wings
and we'll see you
out.
next time.
Bye-bye.